My name is Peter Berninger.
My name is Bob Grossman.
I've been listening to Bob's setup with the Classic Audio T1 loudspeaker for about 6 months. Bob's had the speaker in the system. I've been over 4 times, and it is hauntingly beautiful. There's a majesty to the sound and a naturalness to the sound that is unlike a high-end razor-detailed system.
Yes, I think you put it quite well. It's been a revelation to me to listen to music like this. It's very different than when I had my Celestion mini monitors and when I had my Magnapan speakers in there. It's a totally different sound stage and expression of the music.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit closer to what you hear in real life, in the naturalness aspect of sound. It doesn't give you the razor imaging that I'm getting with I had with the YG Sonia. It doesn't give me that concert-like energy that the MBL does in my room, but it does something different. It does something more, it's almost otherworldly.
Yeah, it's an elusive quality
Yeah.
that just sets your emotions into play. There's a visceral involvement when you hear singers. The texture, the qualities, the timbres of their voice, it's hard for me to express it. You hear it and you know it's right.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
That's what happens. You can keep talking about it, but you have to experience it for yourself to really understand it.
Yeah, I think that's really what it's about, is experiencing it for yourself. And if you go to a show, or if you know through John Wolf, who is a manufacturer of loudspeaker, someone who has a pair of these speakers near you, or you're interested in these loudspeakers, you really have to hear them if you really want to get an education in what audio reproduction is about, because they take the old and they mix it with the new, with the field coil design. These speakers give you the ability to listen to many different amplifiers because they're so efficient. This is the T1500 Alnic. It's a single-ended amplifier, and it is sounding perfectly natural on these loudspeakers. Bob, can you describe the difference between the Alnic and the Bob Carver Cherry 180s? You've been going back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I go back and forth. In fact, yesterday I had the Carvers in anticipation of this review today, and I wanted to just refresh my memory of how they sounded. And as soon as I put on the Carvers, there was which is 180 watt rating, conservative. It's probably closer to even 200, with a traditional push-pull type of design using KT88 tubes, 6 of them in each monoblock. And this sound just has, the sound of the Carver has a level of authority and control. It'll grip the lower end of these big woofers and take command in a way that the more modest SET Alnic doesn't. But immediately what happened was a subtle collapsing and shift in the presentation of the music and the sound stage. But when I went back to the Alnic, it was apparent immediately that this magical quality had just kind of reappeared from the Alnic amps.
Now, the Alnic came to us, it was actually recommended by the manufacturer. He has this amplifier, John Wolf, and actually he heard about the amplifier through one of his customers who had purchased, and it's an integrated amplifier, and purchased it for his Classic Audio loudspeakers and raved about it to John, and John was intrigued and purchased it for himself. I heard the Alnic this year at the Capitol Audio Fest on these very loudspeakers, and I was very, very impressed. It was a very broad, huge panoramic sound space that they create, and it was very a relaxed sound.
Exactly.
And he went back and forth. He had a push-pull amplifier there. We went back and forth, and the sound. You're right. The sound on the push-pull amplifier, it did tighten up a little bit in the bass, but it lost a little bit of its mid-range majesty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after speaking to John Wolf and telling him how pleased I was when the Alnic appeared, and with the sound and improvements and differences between the Carver, he said, well, if I want to get to another level of performance, I should switch the tubes. And so we placed another call, and this time a beautiful set of matched tubes came from Emission Labs. These are very beautiful tubes that are handmade in Czechoslovakia. with hand-blown crystal. And I plugged them in, and a whole nother layer and level of performance emerged that was even greater than the stock tubes.
Well, again, it's a combination. It's a magical combination. If you're into single-ended triode amplifiers and you're trying and experimenting with different horn loudspeakers, you definitely want to hear the Classic Audio T1.4s with the Alnic T1500.
I agree,
Yeah.
and well put.
Good. Well, it's great sound.
Yeah.
It's a super system. It's the best sound I've heard in your house. I love the sound here. It's wonderful. I'm very jealous that you got to review these speakers and I didn't get a chance. So,
Well, I have to thank you, and it is with a little bit of remorse and anticipated regret that the review period is coming to an end, and these speakers and the Olnick are be going back to their manufacturer owners. And I surely will miss this listening experience.
well, it's great sound, guys. Folks out there who are watching the videos, thank you for staying tuned to AV Showrooms. You get to see and hear what we do.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks.